Alright, welcome to Fantasy Strike Speedrunning. Today I'm going to be doing a easy arcade run. Fantasy Strike literally has no speedruns on the leaderboard at all on speedrun.com, so I'm going to put one up there. So there are three categories that are up there. There's the arcade in easy, medium, and hard, as you see. And so... Whoa. Oh, for some reason I thought for a second they upgraded like the layout that they do this in, but nope, the arcade's always like this. So I'm going to be doing... I've routed this on myself because, well, no one speedruns this game, so... And by routing, I mean just kind of develop my own strategies. So my strategy that I've come up with that seems to work the best is to play Rook. And at least against the easy computers, they love to Yomi. They love to just stand there and do nothing. But they don't really jump for the most part. Depending on the character. Setsuki, I think, jumps the most. Val jumps a decent amount, maybe. But for the most part, the characters just don't jump. Some of them, mainly Jaina, do like to do reversals a lot, so on Jaina I do have to watch out a little bit, be a little bit more held back with my walk-ups, but mainly, the main thing I'm going to do is just walk up, command grab. That's the main thing I'm going to do, because they don't really jump, but they Yomi a ton, so I can't do normal grabs. Command grabs are slower than normal grabs, but the most consistent thing I've found is the fastest, is to just walk up and command grab them, even though the command grab is a slow move. And that puts me around 11 to 12 minutes, I think, in my fastest attempt. So far, let me actually check that real quick. My fastest attempt has been 11:24.171. So, I'm hoping to get around 11 to 12 minutes. And so, I think that's all I have to say. Let's begin. 3, 2, 1, start. I don't know why I felt the need to count down there. We're gonna, of course, skip the cutscenes. I think it looks like if you hold down a button, like any button, during the transitions, when you see all the characters on the menu there, that I just kind of skipped through, it'll scroll faster. So, the hard part here is actually getting in at the beginning of rounds, but usually I do a landslide. That time I just didn't. Round 2. I haven't actually done this speedrun in a while, so I'm gonna landslide first, and then just start command grabbing. The fights are random, except for the last one, which is Midori. It's always Midori. What I could have done there, if I wanted to, is try to do a kick instead of a grab, and that's faster, but it's not as consistent, so I'm probably going to try to grab every single time. And I want to try and get around 50 seconds or so left on the timer each round. So I was actually a little slow there. I should have kind of mashed that a little harder. I'm just trying to time it so that it's grabbing as soon as these characters get out. And that's the first fight. Perfect. So I'm just gonna hold down a button. As far as I can tell, it literally doesn't matter which button. The text will scroll faster. That's faster than normal scroll. I think it was a little late to hold down the button. Oh, lag. What? But my computer's freaking out. Round 1. That was actually lag on the game, not on the recording, so if you're seeing lag, that's why. There's round 1 against Artagarg. So since I've already sort of explained everything, why is my PB counter cut off. I don't know. My live split setup is sort of a little strange. It's like this is the first time I've used this version, Windows version of live split, so I kind of just set it up and tried to do the best I could with it. Anyway, oh, one other thing might be good to mention. I'm not using super because it's slow.
Perfect.
So, this game, why I decided to speedrun this game, because as I said, no one speedruns this, because I love this game. It's a really fun game, it's a fantastic game. I got into, I mean, I've been into watching speedruns for a long time, but I didn't actually get into speedrunning myself for quite a while after I got an interest in it. But then I picked up Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, maybe a month or two ago. Oh, I forgot to hold down. Not optimizing. Hold down a button to speed through that. So I decided to do this game just because I love this game, and that's my recommendation for speedrunning. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. My recommendation for speedrunning is if you love the game, then do it. That would have been the time for me to do something that wasn't a command grab, because that was much slower. So I'm deciding to do this game for speedrunning. This is actually a little known game in general, which is probably why I didn't speedrun. I walked forward into it. Okay, this is a slow round. Oh my god. The timer isn't necessarily indicative of this round because that was definitely much longer than that. The timer doesn't stop in this game now, does it? I don't know. Okay. She does Dragonheart a lot, so I was just being careful. I thought she would be in recovery. That's why we don't normal grab. But if they're in recovery, of course you can. I'm gonna block here. Yep. She would have been faster probably just to do sweep. It's the fastest movie has.
Round 4. Fight.
So yeah, I'm speedrunning this game just because I enjoyed the game. I think she was in recovery there, so that was probably the most damaging fast thing to do. That's why we don't do that. Jaina's as probably second most quote-unquote difficult, just because she Dragonhearts a lot. Geiger is the worst just because he's really hard to get in on. Okay. So that's literally the only reason I'm speedrunning this game, is just because I enjoy the game. And maybe I'll get more notice if it's speedrun as well, because it's a little known game in general. I keep forgetting to do that because I'm talking.
It's my time to fight.
About the Jaina Dragonheart, at least there's one good thing, which is it only hits once. So if it's at the right time where I'm in my super armor frames, unlike Geiger, whose reversal hits twice. So that's the big difference between fighting against Jaina and Geiger, is that Geiger's reversal hits twice and knocks me down. Jaina's doesn't knock me down. Geiger doesn't reversal as much though.
KO. Perfect. Round 3. Fight.
If you're seeing it like I am, the PB and best words are cut off, which is weird. I mean, you're not going to see anything because this is the first time I'm actually using live split. But it just looks weird. Sorry about that. We'll try and mess with it.
Fight.
Just a moment.
Why did I forward kick? I don't know. This is a slow round already. I took a chance with the normal grab there.
KO.
So yeah, Geiger and Jaina, watch out for the reversals. Geiger doesn't reverse nearly as much, luckily, because his reversal is much more dangerous since it knocks down, since it does 2 hits. At one point, I actually wasn't even in my super armor when Jaina hit me before, and so I got knocked back, but getting knocked down is really bad. Because then Rick has to get in again, and that wastes a whole bunch of time. Also, I forgot to skip through the little menu thing there. Okay, Satsuki. She jumps a lot. So... Okay, I was hoping that she wouldn't jump there. I don't know why I thought she wouldn't jump there. Then I'd get 3 damage in. But she jumps a lot, so I have to just be aware the fact that she jumps a lot. We can exploit that by jumping like that, and then try to get a command grab in. You just kind of have to chase her around a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think Val is worse just because I'm bad against Val.
Round 3.
It's just me. But like, yeah, for example, like that, you can't, like with most characters, you can just landslide in, but not with her. Because she'll usually jump at the start. The one time I tried just jumping to counter her, though, she didn't jump. So. There you go. Jump. She walked up to me, so I got a grab. And this should be it. Split.
Perfect.
By the way, since there's no speedruns for this, I'm just making my own timings. I'm timing the splits for... Well, start is obviously when you select the character's color. Because then that starts the arcade. This is the last boss, by the way. And then splits are every time that you do the final hit that would stop the timer. Okay, this one is pretty much just walk up grab. What we're hoping to do is make sure he can never get into dragon form. If he gets into dragon form, it gets really annoying. So, luckily when a character is being grabbed, their super doesn't fill up. So, he might get dragon form like 3rd or 4th round, but we're trying to prevent him getting dragon form as much as possible, which means we're trying to be up on him. Just grabbing him as soon as possible so that the super meter fills up the least amount possible. Right now we're making it so it's not filling up at all, actually. I believe this boss Midori has 9 health, so it's a decent amount to eat through. That was faster than the command grab. I took a chance there to block. As I said, they have a lot of dead inputs. They Yomi a lot, so hopefully when I'm doing that final kick, they're trying to Yomi or the computer is just not doing anything. This only works on easy though. I've tried doing a medium run or medium runs. The strategy definitely does not work as well there. So this current strategy is just for easy, and that worked real well. Oops, I wasn't close enough. And this is what we don't want, because then we have to deal with this, and I'm gonna super just to make sure I can knock him back down. And we're just gonna try the same strategy. Fortunately, if he chooses to do a command grab, then that's not so good. But... And like that. We're just gonna try and command grab. Oh god. If we die here, it's a huge time waste. Okay. And there we go. 11:34:16.
Rook wins.
That compares to my best run. It's only 10 seconds slower. My fastest is 11:24, and that's 11:34. So that was actually pretty decent. I wasted some time in a few places. I think this run can definitely get down to probably at least 11. I've tried this with other characters too. I've tried it with DeGray I've tried with
All of it
Setsuki.
stems from Flagstar
DeGray, I
and
thought,
Chancellor Quince.
since he just does so much damage, I thought that would be good.
I made this city in direct opposition to Quince.
Because
But while we
he
enjoy the
can
freedoms
just
in
get
this
in
land
tons of
do
damage
as you
all at the same
please,
time. He can do
Quince
3 or
rules
4 damage
Flagstone
kind of out
and
of
the
nowhere.
rest of the realm like a dictator.
But it's not consistent.
It's time for a change.
It's really not consistent to try and actually get that damage in, because he doesn't have a way to reliably do the damage. Unlike Rook, who against the easy computer can just command grab them all day. Setsuki, she has command grabs as well. The computer will just kind of stand there and do nothing against. But they do only 1 damage each. And if she gets knocked down, then it's really, really bad for her. Worse than for Rook. So I haven't been able to perform as well with Setsuki. Even though she does have a command grab that tends to hit a lot. Also, you have to space out the command grab properly, so if you miss the spacing on it and you go too far, or not far enough on the command grab, most of the time I end up going too far and just jumping over their heads, then that gets really bad. So, I'm going to... Don't know if I'm going to submit this run yet. I might do some more runs first, see if I can get that time down to at least my PB that I've recorded. Not recorded like I actually have done a video recording of it, but that I've done timed runs without recording the gameplay. So thanks for watching, and hopefully this brings some more attention to Fantasy Strike as a whole, and maybe the speedrunning too. It's short speedrun. It's 11-minute speedrun, so the medium might end up taking longer, the hard might end up taking even longer to do the speedrun, but you're probably not going to be out more than 20 minutes to do a run of this game. So it's pretty easy to pick up. You just kind of learn the game mechanics a little bit, learn how to play the game if you don't play the game. It's a very, very simple game. Simplest fighting game out there, which is part of the whole selling point of it, is it's an extremely simple fighting game. So even if you haven't played fighting games at all, you can get into it if you're interested in playing it. If you're not interested in speedrunning it, that's fine too. Maybe just get into it. You can see the Discord right there. So thanks for watching this video, and see you on the next one.